So glad you're here. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I don't know where you're at, but I do want to know. Let me know in the comments where you're at in this world. And if you're watching or listening right now, I know you're in this world. I know you're there. All right, everybody, thanks for connecting with me. I like going live in the vertical format of YouTube because I know it shows up in the shorts feed. And YouTube pushes shorts more than my horizontal stuff. So I get to connect with people who are not likely to be already subscribed. So I connect with new people, although lately I've had a lot of returners, people that are returning to my morning coffee sessions. For some reason, when I'm in the vertical format, YouTube, I connect with more and more people. And that's what I'm doing here on my channel, is growing a community of progress. That's my goal going along further in life, because I've been addicted for many, many years now, having a positive impact on other people, because I have found there's no greater joy. If you haven't tried it, I want to encourage you to try it, because you can't help somebody else. You can't encourage somebody else or support somebody else without doing the same for yourself. If you really want to help yourself become more, get better, be better, help somebody else, that is going to be the way to boost yourself. Helping other people, lifting a hand to someone else, lifting them up is going to lift you up. It's the way it works. Once you discover it, you're going to get hooked on it, maybe. Although, maybe not. It might not be for you. So glad you're here, everybody. I'll wait for a few more thousand people to jump on board, because I know we're going to be grabbing thousands and thousands of people today. Join the channel, a community of progress. So glad you're here. All right, good morning. Good morning. Morning from the USA, state of New York. I'm in the Thousand Islands. I'm actually on an island right now. And I'll tell you what, it looks like there's some storm clouds coming here. And I'm prepared and ready. The furniture is covered. And at any moment, I can batten down the hatches. Because here in the Thousand Islands, you don't know when these winds and these storms come blowing through out of Canada like crazy. All right, everybody. Glad you're here. Got the seagulls in the house. All right. Hey, good morning. Glad you're here. If you're just popping in on the shorts feed and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's about a community of progress. That's what I'm about. I always try to bring the energy, the enthusiasm, and I always like to talk about how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. And what a better way to live. No matter what's going on in the world, we can focus on what we intentionally plan on doing for ourselves. If we get better, if we become more, guess who benefits? Everybody around us. Hey, and that's what I would encourage you to do. Start expanding and expressing to more and more people that you can have a positive impact on. Hey, there's no greater joy. I discovered it many years ago. That's the kind of stuff that I study, I immerse myself in, then I share it with you. And listen, it's a community of progress here on my channel. If that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, hey, subscribe to the channel. Be who you are. I'm doing that this morning. A lot of times I am conscious of how I talk too fast. Sometimes I can't even understand myself when I play it back. But you know what? That's the way I talk. I do talk very fast. But today, I'm not going to harness that. I'm not going to slow it down. Hey, let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the USA. I'm in the state of New York. Believe it or not, I'm in upstate New York. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. The St. Lawrence River, to be exact. This same water right here is the same water that went over Niagara Falls a couple hundred miles up St. Lawrence River into Lake Ontario, Lake Niagara. Kind of an amazing thing. Fresh water, no sharks, nothing dangerous in this water. Glad you're here. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're just jumping in on the shorts feed, hey, I'm coming at you live, raw and real. Yeah, there's no notes, no teleprompter. I'm not reading from a script, so you know it's real. Hey, fortune favors the bold. Jump on the chat here. Let me know where you are in the world. Let's connect in some kind of way here on the chat. Give me a good morning. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a hi. How are you? Boom, back at you. Thank you. Love it. Thumbs up. Love it, everybody. Glad you're here. Cliff Yates, everybody, my personal channel. I'm a retired cop, 35 years, 5 years in upstate New York, 30 years in the great county of Los Angeles for the LA County Sheriff's Department. Worked all over 15 assignments in patrol from South Central Compton area all the way east to Walnut area. Worked West Hollywood, the Sunset Strip, and it was a great career. But I'm retired now over 13 years, and now I have this channel, A Community of Progress, where all of us here, we collaborate how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. And what a great way to live our lives the best way that we can. Every day in every way, we're always making 3 decisions, right? What we focus on, the meaning that we give to things, and what we're going to do about it. Hey, if that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, I know people are jumping in and out of the shorts feed. Hey, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. New Zealand, wow! Hey, you got to check out New Zealand Sun Films. Sean King is a movie producer from Hollywood that I met. He now lives in Chicago area, but he is originally from New Zealand. Hey, you'll check out his stuff. He's got a lot of movies, even on YouTube. One that we filmed right here in the islands, right on this island on YouTube for free. Put in Devil's Island 2021. Of course, I'm in the movie. You're going to see me, but it's produced by New Zealand Sun Films, and you're going to see that logo, and you'll recognize it, and I think you'll appreciate it. New Zealand, glad you're in the house. Can you imagine? Never been a better time to be alive. You can actually turn on your camera wherever you are in the world and go live in real time and connect with people from all over the world. And I have a perspective that's a little bit different because I'm a little bit older than some people. I've only got 69 years on the earth, but I know there was a time you wanted to connect with people live, like in a television, a video format. You had to buy TV time. You had to buy radio time. Now, if you have a product or service, you can organically connect with people from all over the world for free. Just turn on the camera, tell people who you are, and if they know, like, and trust you, there's a good chance that you're going to get your product or service sold because people like to deal with people they know, like, and trust. All right, that's one of the reasons why I like to go raw, real, and live so that you know this is not AI-generated bullshit. This is no green or blue screen. Hey, this is me live, and sometimes it goes well. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say. I trust my heart, open-minded, open-hearted, so usually it goes well, but all the mistakes stay in. Sometimes I stumble, sometimes I fumble, but that's all right. If you're like me, we love to find authentic, real material, real creators that are real people, not overly polished, overly edited. Hey, your 39th beer, bro. Hey, cheers to you, man. 39. I have never drank 39 beers. I think the most I've ever had for cocktails is 7 Stingers. That's an old man's drink back in the day. Brandy and white cream them in at 1-to-1. 7 is way too many to drink. It's unhealthy. I could have died, but I made it to today, and that's one of the reasons why I'm thankful and have an attitude of gratitude. Hi, how are you? Hey, I'm glad you're here. Hey, good to see you on the chat. All right, everybody. Good to see some people having the balls to chime in. Hey, fortune favors the bold. Take bold action. Take massive action. A lot of times we try something out. Well, let's do a little bit, see what kind of results we get. That's not what we should be doing. Take massive, decisive action. Get crazy motivated, inspired to take massive action on whatever goal or ambition you have. I have that energy still in me. Can you imagine 69 years young? And I'll tell you what, I look at the people around me, people I sometimes hang around that are 65 plus, and let me tell you what, they're losing a step. They're a little bit slower. They don't have the energy anymore. They're not driven for any ambitions or goals. I can't be around them too much because I don't live in that mental space. No, the mental game for me is still driven, still full of enthusiasm. I'm still full of life. Hey, I hope you are too. And if that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, damn it, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, check out the rest of the content. Hey, man, I love your energy. Back at you. I have to have the energy. Sometimes I think about my life as a cop in LA, 35 years. I look at some of my fellow retired police officers and I look at them, some of them alcoholics, some of them depressed, some of them fat, crazy out of shape, diabetic, full of disease and depression. And I say, I'm not going there, baby. I have seen just as much as they've seen. But you know what? I've habituated getting in the damn gym, crossing that threshold. The heaviest thing you're ever going to drive and iron is the front door of the gym, and I get after it. Hey, bud, it's good to see you. Mac, back. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Follower of Christ, God bless you, of course, every day and every way. You and I, we're getting better than we were yesterday, right? Constant and never-ending improvement. Isn't that the way to go? That's the choice that we can make if we want to. We have to have a desire. And then we have to intentionally focus on what we want to focus on. And then the meaning that we give to things is up to us. It's in these decisions that we're going to take the action that we take. And that's how we get the results that we get. Guess what? Our outside circumstances are a direct reflection of our inside thoughts. And if you don't believe it, get out of here. All right, everybody, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I'll tell you right now, it's good. It's a total renewing of the mind every day when you wake up and get out of that bed. It's like you're born again, baby. And why not get after it? If we have the choice, why not make that choice? I'm going to get after it today, right? Keep your body and mind totally invigorated. Some people get in that frame of mind. They get up in the morning and their mind says, let's go get him. And their body says, I don't want to get out of bed. Say never again. Never again is my body going to tell me I can't get out of bed. Force yourself. Get down to the health food store. Buy the supplements. Buy the vitamins. Drag your lazy ass into the gym. Start movement. Start from where you are. Don't compare yourselves to other people. You know who you are, where you are, and where you want to go. All right, everybody. Wow. Connecting with some people all over the world. New Zealand in the house. Where else? Where else in the world? Stories from being a cop. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a podcast on that day. I have a book called Deputy, and it's all about my stories because I started in this kind of area, upstate New York. 20 deputies. The biggest murder we had was a car deer accident. And then I went from 20 deputy sheriffs and I went to Los Angeles. 10,000 deputies. Gang shootings, murders, dead bodies strewn all over the south central LA of Compton during the gang wars of the 1980s, the cocaine wars. So I have those stories. It was an exciting career. And the comparison from upstate New York compared to Los Angeles, wow, what a paradox, what a difference. But both experiences very rewarding. In the end, hey, and I'm still here, I'm still alive. Lost a few friends in Los Angeles. They're dead, they're gone. Several close friends lost their lives in the line of duty in Los Angeles. Heartbreaking, but I take the meaning I give to that is I'm still here. I'm still alive. If I can still fog up a mirror, damn it, I'm still in the game. And I'm going to go at it all in. Just like if you subscribe to the channel, I'm going all in. It's never going to be half in, half out. It's never going to be half-ass energy. It's always going to be coming at you 100%. That's why I want you to subscribe to the channel. If you're about, hey, what can we do? What we can do is unbelievable. We have infinite potential and possibilities. What we will do is something different. It's usually limited by our own thoughts. And we're done with that shit because we're unlimited. If we'll name it and claim it, we can go after it and get it. Hey, so glad you're here, man. I'll tell you what. We are building this community of progress, and I'm not going to leave you until my morning coffee's gone. This is called Morning Coffee with Cliff. And hey, stick with me, leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. You know, a lot of people like 10,000, 15,000 people in their live stream. You know what? I like one, and that's you. I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place because we're going to collaborate on how we can get better. And you can get better. I can get better. We can always be improving. And sometimes we may be in a neutral position. Maybe we don't seem like we're making progress, but we got to remember the stone cutter, right? The stone cutter will hammer, and he'll hammer that chisel. And there is no evidence that he's making a difference, but the stone cutter knows he is making a difference. Even though it's not visible, he knows there's going to be one hit, and that marble's going to break off and reveal that beautiful statue. A lack of evidence is not evidence of lack. That's the name of the game. Hey, glad you're here. I know you're jumping in and out of the shorts feed. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm Cliff Yates. Yeah, retired cop, stand-up comedian, actor, writer, producer, all kinds of things, just like you. You have many facets to your life, many roles that you play. But hey, it's all about the choices we make and what we focus on, the meaning we give things, and damn it, what we do about it. And I'm all about, let's talk about what we're going to do about it. Hey, let's connect in a real raw way. Like this morning, like right now. Right here in this live feed. Give me a comment, give me a like. Hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. That's a call to action. That's what they call that. Morning coffee with Cliff. I'm glad you're here. Can we hear a story? A horror story? Man, yeah, I'll tell you a horror story if you're still here. One of the horror stories I had was from upstate New York, right here. I got a call to go to the drive-in Canisius Lake, New York. And this is circa 1979. And when I got there, the movie was over, but all the cars in the drive-in were still there. And little did I know, a family came to the drive-in with their 4 sons. Before they left their house, they asked the neighbor lady who was divorced. She had 2 sons. And they asked her if she wanted to come to the movies with them. You want to go to the drive-in with us? And she goes, yeah, let me get my 2 boys. We'll go to the drive-in together. You go in your van because you got 5 kids. You got your 4 and you got the visiting kid from Virginia. Okay, yeah. All right, let's go to the drive-in. And so they drive to the Canisius drive-in and the kids are having a great time. They're outside the van and outside the car. And when it was time to leave, the lady said goodbye to the neighbor with the 5 boys, and she got her 2 boys in the car, and she said goodbye, and she drove over the hump, started to drive out, and she got about 20 feet, and then people were surrounding her car, pounding on the windows, screaming at her. You just ran over a boy. You just ran over a boy. What this lady didn't know, even though she got her 2 boys in the car, the neighbor's van, that visiting boy from Virginia, had been in the front of her car with one of her boys, and that young boy fell asleep. And so when she had her 2 boys in the car and she saw people getting in the neighbor's van car, she thought everybody was accounted for. Little did she know that little boy that was in front of her car asleep, she drove right over him, drove and dragged him with the universal joint. And then everybody was surrounding the car and him. And I got there. I was the only car to arrive that night. It was a busy Saturday night. And I climbed underneath that car to check, and that boy was mangled, 12 years old, in the universal joint. And I couldn't move him, and he was already passed on. I remember grabbing his black watch, which ripped off, and taking it to the station later on. And I had to call the Virginia State Police, and they had to go to that boy's parents' house to let them know that their young boy had been killed. That was a horror story. I still think about it from now and then. That's what. Oh, that's got to be 40 years ago now, but sometimes the memory of that night still comes into my mind, and the images is pretty vivid. All right. Thanks for asking about a horror story, but there is one. That's the Canisius drive-in story. It's in my book, Deputy. You can get it on Amazon. It's in paperback. It's in ebook, and it's also Audible. Yeah. All right, everybody. So glad you're here. God bless you. God bless you, man. Hey, no greater joy in life than encouraging other people and blessing other people, letting people know that they're blessed, letting people know that they don't have to trust in man and woman. They can trust in God and his mighty power. And sometimes we might not be the ones to lead someone to God and or Jesus, but you know what? Our nudge might help them. Our nudge might play a role. And listen, if you're coming at them with such great thankfulness and an attitude of gratitude, some people sometimes will ask, hey, I like your energy. What do you believe and why? And we need to be prepared to tell people, let me tell you what we believe. We believe in Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. We believe in God, and I'll tell you why. And sometimes that can make a difference in another person's life. And hey, I'm not a pastor or a minister, but I guess we're all called to call other people. And why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we do that? God bless you. Thank you, everybody. Hey, a lot of positive comments today coming at it in the live feed, coming at me in this YouTube vertical format, which I like to do because I know it shows up in the shorts feed. And you know what that does? YouTube shows shorts to other people. I mean, a lot more than I do in my horizontal. My horizontal videos don't get that many views. But hey, a live feed in the vertical mode gets pumped out in the shorts feed. I get to connect with a lot more people. Some people it resonates with, some people it doesn't, but that's all right. It's all about one quality person at a time with me, okay? The next quality person to subscribe to my channel is going to be you. Cost you nothing, means a lot to me, helps me grow the channel, a community of progress. Because as the channel grows, YouTube will show it to more people that are interested in the same kind of content. And that content really is focused on personal growth, how you and I, we as a one, can get better, how we can become more every day in every way. We're getting better and better. All right, everybody. I'm speaking from the Thousand Islands, New York, the St. Lawrence River. This is the St. Lawrence River. I'm in Chippewa Bay, New York. Over the camera, I'm looking at Singer Castle, which is only about 500 yards away. And that big old castle that I get to see from my island was built in 1905 by Frederick Bourne. And at the time, he was on the board of directors for Singer Sewing Machine, and that's why they call it Singer Castle. And if you want to know exactly where I'm at, put in your search browser, Singer Castle, and you can know that my island is right near there. If you want to know exactly where my island is and where I'm at, you can go to Google Earth and put in Elm Tree Island, Hammond, New York. That's my island where I'm at right now, right here. You're going to see it. All right, where are you speaking from? That's what I want to know. Hey, this is a give and take. Morning coffee with Cliff. I give, you give. That's how it works. We collaborate, we team up, and that makes life better. When two or more are gathered in his name, anything is possible. All right, everybody. Glad you joined me this morning here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. Looks like we got a storm coming in, but until that happens, I'm sticking with you. I'll stick with you until my morning coffee is done. How did I get involved in personal growth and self-improvement? Because 40-some years ago, well, maybe it was 35 years ago, I was in a negative place. I was in a negative mindset. And listen, my outside circumstances were beginning to reflect my inner thoughts. And then I got some leverage. And sometimes emotions can give you leverage to make changes. Sometimes the emotion of disgust, when you said, that's it, no more. I'm making some changes right now. And I got my real estate license in California, and my broker sent me to a seminar. Jim Rohn, circa 1990. And Jim Rohn, I thought it was a sales seminar. It turned out to be a life seminar. And then I got connected with Tony Robbins. In 1992, I went to my first Tony Robbins Unlimited Power Within weekend. And listen, that inspired me to read the books. That inspired me to change my thinking, change my philosophy, and change what I did. And then my results changed. When I discovered the secret, when I changed, things began to change for me. And I said, wait a minute, holy shit, it's not the outside circumstances. It's not my negative relatives. It's not the president or the economy. It's me. I'm and you are your only problem. And I'm you, your only solution. And when you discover that, you are self-empowered to make any kind of change you want to change. You don't like where you're living? Change it. You don't like your friends? Change them. You don't like your occupation? Change it. Sometimes we forget we're free. We have freedom. New Zealand, love it. It's 2 a.m. here. What the hell? No wonder you're on beer number 39. Hey, I woke up yesterday here in upstate New York, it was 58 in the morning. Got up to 78 later in the day. But, sometimes I say, oh, it's a little chilly. But then I think about my friends who are still in Florida and they're baking at 100 degrees, 80% humidity. And here I have this beautiful, cool, fresh air. So I say, wait a minute, Cliff, be thankful that you're in such a place that you have a nice, cool breeze and enjoying this almost fall weather already here in upstate New York, August. All right, so glad. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate you. You and me, man. It's just you and me together. We're collaborating. I don't know what you do, but New Zealand, I know, is a great place. I was telling you, New Zealand Sun Films. Sean King is a good friend of mine. And he talks very favorably and fondly of his time in New Zealand. And so, have you been to the United States? Are you going to come? Why don't you connect with me? Let's have a cup of coffee. And then, hey, we'll exchange stories. Why not? Meeting new people, collaborating with new people. It's a great joy because I can always learn something from somebody else. Somebody else that I encounter always is my superior in something because they have focused on something that I haven't focused on. And vice versa. Maybe we can both learn from each other and our past experiences. All right, everybody. All right, morning coffee with Cliff. I see a bunch of people jumping in and out of here. Hey, Some people like 5, 6,000 people in their live feed. Not me. I like 2. I got 2. And guess what? You're the most important person. All right. Hey, thank you. Love back at you. Love back at you. Always. Hey, you know what? Sometimes the regret that we have is this. We look back and think, wow, I almost didn't do that. I almost didn't go live this morning. Hey, you know what? I would have regretted not connecting with you this morning. Almost didn't go live because I said, hey, a storm's coming. I don't want to be outside when the rain started hitting, but hey, guess what? I've been here 25 minutes. There's been no rain yet. So until it happens, be in the moment, be in the now. Okay, it's going to rain, but is it raining now? No. Quit projecting, Cliff, as to what's going to happen in the future and deal with the present moment and get after it. Ah, man, you guys are inspiring me. Thank you, everybody, for connecting this morning. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'm all about every day and every way getting better than we were yesterday. And hey, that's the kind of stuff that I take in. Those are the kind of things that I study, try to understand better how the brain works, the mind works. That's where the power is in the thoughts. Everything that's ever been created, this coffee cup, my iPhone, the tripod, that boat, right? This dock, everything started with a thought in the mind. That's the precursor to everything is thinking. So why not change the way we think? It's going to change on what we create. Hey, we were created in God's image, so we are creators. Yeah, that's right. You are. You and me both. And if we don't create intentionally, we're going to create anyways. Yeah. You don't want weeds growing in your mind. You got to keep it on purpose. All right, everybody. Thanks for checking with me today. I'm Cliff Yates, believe it or not, 69 years young, which sucks. You know why? Because I just had my 69th birthday, but that means I'm in my 70th year. Son of a bitch. You know, the good thing, I feel 29. That's the good thing. How do I do it? I do a couple different things. I eat nutrient-dense foods. I eat meat, fish, fowl, eggs, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. I stay away from the chemically altered oils. I stay away from sugars, and I move a lot. I lift heavy things every once in a while. I sprint once a week. I jump rope, and I get plenty of sunlight. I am constantly learning. I play at some things. I play at tennis. Once in a while, I'll play golf just for social reasons. I do stand-up paddle boarding. Obviously, I weight train quite a bit, and I try to get good sleep. And I can definitely get good sleep when I'm here at the island. All right, everybody. Boom, back at you. Get more energy? Somebody asked me, how do you get more energy? You don't get it. You let it come to and through you. All the energy in the universe is available to us if you'll just control the flow. That's what's important. Morning coffee with Cliff, everybody. I got my New Zealand son. I got my New Zealand family here. Where are you in the world? New Zealand? Sorry, it's freezing there. Stay warm. 2 a.m. How about get some sleep? Get after it. You got a big day tomorrow, I think, or you can. It's your choice, right? Every day in every way. It's like a renewing of your mind. When you wake up in the morning, it's like being born again, baby. And when those feet hit the ground and your brain says, let's go get them. I hope your body's in a position to say, yes, I'm with you, brain. Let's go get them. Thank you, mate. I love it. I got a new subscriber. Boom. That's a win for me. I'm on a winning streak, baby. What if that was your philosophy in life? You just started counting all the wins. Damn it. You could, before 9 a.m., you can have so many wins. Damn it, I woke up today. That's a win. You know what? I wrote down everything I'm thankful for in my life. That's a win. You know what? I got great coffee. That's a win. I'm already at 3 or 4 wins, everybody. Hey, I'm on a winning streak. Got some airplanes going overhead. I got some seagulls going overhead. Life is good. Get out in nature. '69, I'm still getting after it, everybody. How about you? We got any people with a few years behind them, a little wisdom, a few wisdom years, right? You ever have wisdom teeth? I got wisdom years, I hope. All right, everybody. God, I'm so glad to connect with new people Today, a lot of new subscribers, boom, and a lot of likes, a lot of loves, and a lot of hearts. And I am always trying every morning. I start with an attitude of gratitude no matter what's going to happen in the rest of my day. I've habituated writing down what am I most grateful for in my life. You start with a morning routine like that. In other words, as soon as you hit the ground, if you know every day, okay, the first thing I do is I ask this question: what am I most grateful for in my life? What am I most looking forward to in my life? When you do that, your brain is going to be searching for that answer. So you're going to be in that mindset. And once you start habituating that on a daily basis, one day at a time, you're going to be surprised at how that habit changes all of your days. Because if you win the morning, there's a good chance you're going to win the damn day. Big day. All right, you need a break. It's good to take a break. Sometimes it's good to recharge. I mean, I am so habituated working out, and I've got a little tennis elbow here, but I've been still getting after it. I did 300 push-ups yesterday, and I was straining a little bit in the elbow, I could tell. You know what, today? You know what, I'm not going to do any weight training today. I'm going to move around a lot today, but I'm not going to do any weight resistance training. No push-ups today. I've done over 200 push-ups the last 3 days in a row. Body squats yesterday. I haven't gone to the gym in 3 or 4 days, but I got a little gym here at the island. But I can do a plenty here at the island. I jump rope. I move around a lot. Maybe I'll do some stand-up paddle boarding today. I do have my engineer coming today to help me work on my septic. Well, I'm not doing it. He's going to work on the septic. He said it's a quick fix. There's a diaphragm that's broken in the blower motor. And so all is good. Thankfully, right now I'm alone here on the island, so I have limited stress on my water systems. So all is good here in the St. Lawrence River in upstate New York, the Thousand Island region. That's where the name of the dressing came from. Thousand Island dressing came from this area. Back in 1905, George Bolt, who was building a castle 12 miles up the river here, and the captain of his yacht came up with the recipe that became Thousand Island dressing. And at the time, George Bolt was one of the owners of the Waldorf Astoria. So he took that dressing formula to his restaurant and he tried it out and people loved it. And now we still have it today. Oh, everybody. Hey, glad you're here. I love you too. I love it. A lot of love today. Sometimes, you know, I go live in the vertical format, so YouTube pushes it out in the YouTube Shorts feed. So you never know who I'm going to connect with. And sometimes it's toxic haters. People, they start to throw slime on me, but that's all right. It's going to happen. If you're going to open yourself up to public ridicule and criticism, hey, you got to be able to take it. You know what? There's a great return on that investment. You connect with a lot of positive, great people most of the times. But you got to know the name of the game. Once in a while, people are going to throw some shit at you. They're going to try to take you down, right? They're going to be battling. They're going to be throwing arrows at you from their little keyboards, and that's okay. We're oblivious to that, right? We go forward. If it was easy, everybody would do it. All right. You know about what I would encourage you? I would encourage you, start your own YouTube channel if you haven't already. Start your own channel. You know what? Because YouTube houses your videos for free. You can make them private. You could just share them with family and friends. Maybe that'll be a legacy that you leave behind. Can you imagine if our grandfathers and grandmothers and our great-grandfathers and great-grandmothers have left? What if they had left a video legacy behind for us to watch? That would have been so amazing. But now we have that opportunity for our kids, our grandkids, maybe our great-grandkids. In the future, we'll watch videos of you and me collaborating together, trying to become more every day in every way. That's going to be a great thing. A lot of new subscribers. Thanks for joining a community of progress. That's what we've got here, you and I. It's together that we go forward, right? And we create a great life one day at a time. See, you can't have a great year all in one moment. See, we got to kind of reverse engineer back to today. And we can make today a great day. And then we can actually break that down to the ridiculous. Let's break it down to having a great hour. You know what? Let's break it down to having a great next 10 minutes. What's the best thing that I can do for myself in the next 10 minutes? And when you start breaking it down that way, because see, if you have a great 10 minutes, next thing you know, you're going to have a great hour, then a great week, and hell, here we go. I'm a lower leg amputee. My friend but I have a lovely garden that keeps me busy and feeds my family. That's so wonderful. And your 4 kids and another on the way. Congratulations to you, man. Love it. Hey, love to you, man. I'm telling you. It sounds so bullshit cliche to say, hey, it's all about love, but it really is. Even when I was a cop on the streets, it really was about love. Even though you had to put on your cop face, right? You had to put on the vest and the belt. And you had to go out there. And sometimes, you know what? You had to be ready to take someone's life, and at the same time, you had to be ready to help a old lady across the street. But it really was about a love of service and going through high stress situations with other people creates a loving bond, like with your fellow police officers. But it's all for, for the love of mankind. It sounds bullshit and cliche, but it really is all about that. I think I kind of miss that camaraderie, that kind of connection. You really know who people are, right? When you're in a police department, and believe it or not, not everybody is courageous and brave, although they may signed up to be. When the shit hits the fan, you really find out what people are all about. You get involved in a stressful situation, you're going to find out who's who in the zoo as far as who really has it in their heart to be side by side with you, to say, hey, I'm going through this door with you no matter what happens. Hey, you're not alone. Let's go. We got to kick a door in. We got to go get them. I'm with you. And you're going to find out real quick who's a pretender and who's not. And that's the problem sometimes in real life, right? People talk a great game. You never know until somebody's tested, really, whether they're going to be for it. That's the great thing about going through struggles and some tragedy in your life. Guess what? Hey, your true friends will still be there. Other people are going to scatter. Hey, take that as a win. Well, I'm glad I'm going through this because now I'm finding out who my true friends are. Who the hell's really standing by my side? Hey, man, you know what? Thank you for connecting. Oh, you were a cop? Yes. Used to shoot dope and sell dope. Oh, wow. I had a hard childhood and I didn't deal with it until I was older. I learned that service to others is key to my, isn't it right? Hey, that's how I got addicted to it, my friend. Hey, thanks for giving me those thoughts. And hey, listen, man, when I worked South Central Los Angeles and I really got my exposure to drug addiction and true drug, my training officer took me around and we used to talk to the heroin addicts, and and then they would openly show where they shot up recently. And we hardly arrested heroin addicts because we didn't want to deal with it. Dealing with needles, very dangerous. A lot of deputy sheriffs that I worked with, they got stuck and they had to be tested for AIDS and everything back in the 80s. It was a dangerous time. My TO, my training officer, didn't want to mess with it. And subsequently, I didn't either. Made a lot of arrests for cocaine and those kind of hard drugs. Methamphetamine, PCP. I didn't mess with heroin. No, I stayed away from the heroin addicts. Ooh, dangerous needles. Even if you asked them before you searched them, is there anything that's going to stick me on you? Sometimes they didn't remember it or they didn't tell you the truth, and it was too late if you got stuck. Luckily, I never got stuck. Hey, you're right. Service to others is the key. Helping other people, encouraging other people is the only way to really help yourself and encourage yourself. I'm glad you're in a mindset of service. And you know what? You don't have to be a cop. You don't have to have an official position to do that. Just going out in the world and going down to the drugstore, how can you best serve somebody else? How can you find a legitimate, authentic way to not only encourage somebody, but do what I do now and try to compliment people as much as possible? Because I heard this and it resonated with me. We often feel, well, that's awkward and no one's going to care. It's not awkward and people do care. When you give them a legitimate compliment, you can't imagine the impact, the positive impact that can have on a person who might be in a tough time, having a tough day, having a tough season in their life. Yeah. All right. Yeah, needles are gross. Ooh. Oh, man. God, did you use needles? Wow. Heroin. Ooh, so addicting. Wow. I mean, some people had to commit, 5, 10 burglaries a day just to support that habit. And they would do anything they could to support that habit. And, well, they found a way. Man, ooh, bad stuff. Heroin. Yep, when I was in upstate New York. Might not, oh, man. Wow. That's tough. Tough way to go. 9 years you used, 10 years sober. God bless you, you're alive, right? Oh, I saw so many people, they didn't make it. They were not alive. Oh, no, 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 no. They were not alive. People died overdosing. I didn't like to see it, didn't like to find it, didn't like the calls, but you made it through. And you were addicted a long time, and yet you made it through. You have a great story to tell. You have a great testimony. You definitely can have a positive impact on other people for sure. And I'm sure you are. And never underestimate the power of your influence, everybody. Never underestimate the power of the influence that you could have if you choose, because you do have that inner power to have a positive impact on other people. Sometimes we have to start with proximity. Who's most around us that we can have a positive impact on? And let me tell you what, you can do it. And there's no better way to live. Have a good day, guys. Off to work. God bless you. Hey, thank you, everybody. Hey, thank you to all the new subscribers. I'm going to let you go. The coffee's done. Morning coffee with Cliff. Glad you checked in. Glad you subscribed. And I'll see you in the next video for sure.